Source Radio with Valentino Khan.
Give me some of that sauce.
You know we bout to drop.
Hey, what's up? It's Valentino Khan, serving you the newest heat every week.
Let's go.
Source it up.
On Diplo's Revolution.
He's hot, he's hot.
Diplo's Revolution.
What is going on? You are now listening to Hot Sauce Radio right here on Diplo's Revolution, Sirius XM. My name is Valentino Khan, and we got a real special episode tonight because I got a song with my boy, Dillon Francis. And guess what? He's going to join us on the show. We go way back. We're going to talk about some history. We're going to talk about some random shit. It's going to be wild. Plus, I got some brand new music from Eptic, Jamie XX, Swedish House Mafia, and a whole lot more. So stick around. Do not go anywhere. And we're going to get into the music right now.
Imagine love that never falls apart. Could it be us? Could it be us? Want you to say yeah, yeah, I want you to. Want you to say yeah, yeah, I want you to. Want you to say yeah, yeah, I want you to. Want you to say yeah, yeah, I want you to. Could you be my one?
Source Radio. Source it up.
Let's go.
Number 10.
Starting it off at number 10. Love this record right here. Hayden James and Side Piece. Lights Go Down.
Pull me in close, pull me in closer. The start of the night, I'm falling over. Meet me there, find me there. Can you come along? Cover the dust, make me go faster. Fall for the rush. Tell me what's after. Meet me there, find me there. Can you come along? Tell me when the lights go down, oh. You tell me when the tell me when the lights go. You say this is nothing, but make me feel something. Tell me when the lights go. Show me the most, pushing in closer. Give me those eyes on roller coasters. Keep me there, find me there. Don't you let me go. Tell me when the lights go down, oh. this is nothing but make me feel something. Tell me when the lights go. Say this is nothing but make me feel something. Tell me when the lights go. Tell me when the lights go. Say this is nothing but make me feel something.
Hot Sauce Radio. So hot right now.
Let's go!
Number 9.
Keeping it moving in the countdown, one of the most prolific young musicians in the game, Weathen, connecting with Alden and 8485 for this one. It's called Complicated.
You keep talking about me. You got my name in your mouth. See, I got places to be, and you've been up in the clouds. And it gets so complicated. The way they always get so intoxicated about me. I keep on trying, but they always tell me I should do more. I swear to God that I'll be something that you can't ignore. I know I'm everything you wanna be and more. I know that you've been watching closely for sure. You keep talking about me. You got my name in your mouth. See, I got places to be, and you've been up in the crowds. And it gets so complicated. The way they always get so intoxicated about me.
I can't believe it's been a year already. Where have you been? See, everybody's on the outside looking under my skin, wondering what I'm doing. Hey, how do you do it? Wait for me to prove that I'm not washed up. I think I'm just fresh out of things that could be fucked to sit and talk about. If you got nothing to say, then you should shut up. Pay me for the product, not to mention all of the pain that it's been causing to me.
You keep talking about me. You got my name in your mouth. See, I got places to be, and you've been up in the clouds. And it gets so complicated. The way they always get so intoxicated about me.
Hot Sauce Radio. Sauce it up.
Let's go.
Number 8.
One of the dopest house music producers in the game is my man Shift Key. He is not stopping, always bringing the heat. This is his brand new single, Let You Have Me.
up your mind. Want so badly, wanted to let you have me. Didn't know what you badly, wanted to let you have me. Didn't know what too badly, wanted to let you have me. Didn't know what summer days and summer nights when I felt you in my arms. Didn't know what too badly, wanted to let you have me. Didn't know what too badly, wanted to let you have me. Didn't know what too badly, wanted to let you have me. Didn't know what summer days and summer nights when I felt you in my arms. Didn't know what I can't seem to live without your love. I can't seem to live without your love. I can't seem to live without your love. And I just can't seem to give you up in my love. You met me. You met me. You met me. Oh, you met me. You met me. You met me. You met me. Oh, you met me.
Hot Sauce Radio. So hot right now. Number 7.
My boy Eptic just dropped a crazy brand new album. This is one of my favorites, if not my favorite, off of that album. It's called Ultimate Flex.
I'm gonna dish you right now. Break.
Quit talking. Over.
Break.
Over. Quit talking. Over. 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 Quit talking. Quit talking. Quit talking, it's over. Quit talking, it's over.
Break. Take it back.
You're over.
Break.
It's about time. Over. 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 Quit talking, it's over. Quit talking, it's quit talking, it's over. Quit talking, it's over.
Break. Take it back.
You're over.
Break.
It's about time. Over. Quit talking, it's over.
Hot Sauce Radio. Sauce it up.
Let's go.
Number 6.
Keeping it moving right here on Hot Sauce Radio. Coming up next, we got Toki Monster and Morgan. Love by You.
touch like I've never been touched before. And I know it might feel bad, but I know that it's worth it. Cause I've never been loved like this before. And I know it might take some time, but I'm willing to try. And I'm scared to death, so I know that it's right. Letting someone love you is letting someone hurt you. So do what you gotta do, and I'll be standing next to you. If you gotta be loved by someone, I wanna be loved by you. Nobody's ever done before. And with you by my side, I know that we can change the world. And I know that it might be hard, but I know that it's worth it. Cause I've never been loved by you before. Letting someone love you is letting someone hurt you. So do what you gotta do, and I'll be standing next to you. If you gotta be loved by someone, I wanna be loved by you. I wanna be loved by you.
I love a great collaboration like this one right here. Two of the fastest rising names in dance music. We got Surf Mesa and Nitty Gritty with Marching Band.
Your love is like a marching band. Started with the trumpets, thump, da-da-da, thump, da-da-da, marching band. Play me like a drum beat, thump, da-da-da, drum beat. Your love is like a marching band. Started with the trumpets, thump, da-da-da, da-da-da, marching band. And I just clap my hands, clap my play me like a play me like a and I just clap my hands, play me like a started with the trumpets, thump, da-da-da, marching band. Play me like a drum beat, thump, da-da-da, drum beat. Your love is like a marching band. Started with the trumpets, thump, da-da-da, da-da-da, marching band. And I just clap my hands, play me like a Your love is like a magic. Play me like a and I just got my head around. Your love is like a magic. Your love is like a marching band.
Hot Sauce Radio. Sauce it up.
Let's go.
Number 4.
Keeping it moving in the countdown. I've been banging this record out in all my sets. I love this right here. Mike Cervello and Kirby, Deja Vu.
I just had deja vu. I just had deja vu. Deja vu. Deja vu. Deja vu. Deja vu. I just had deja vu. Deja vu. Deja vu. Deja vu. Deja vu. I just had deja vu. I just had deja vu. I just had deja vu.
Hot Sauce Radio. So hot right now.
Let's go!
Number 3.
Hot Sauce Radio, this is Valentino Khan. You're now listening to us, and you've been listening to us right here on Diplo's Revolution Sirius XM. Brand new, amazing track, as always, from Jamie XX. Let's do it again.
Yeah.
Source Radio. Source it up.
Let's go.
Number 2.
We are getting late in our countdown right here on Hot Sauce Radio. It is time for the number 2 song of the week. And man, Swedish House Mafia, they're back with a brand new album. It is an incredible album. Go listen to it from start to finish. Trust me, it is incredible. This is probably my favorite one off that album. Swedish House Mafia with Connie Constance. Heaven Takes You Home.
Check, I'm still breathing. Whenever takes you home, and you're untouchable. Tell how you backflip for tragic. Show 'em how the struggle made magic. Come back and check, I'm still breathing. Whenever takes you home, and you're untouchable. Tell 'em how you backflip for tragic. Show 'em how the struggle made magic.
Revolution.
Hot Sauce Radio. This is Valentino Khan. You're with us right here on Diplo's Revolution, Sirius XM. And our guest right now is someone I've known, can you believe it? It's kind of crazy, for like 11 years and counting, pretty much.
That actually is really crazy.
Yeah. And also one of the only guests that, like me, is born and raised in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Actually, the only guest that I've had on the show. Yeah.
That's sick.
We have Dillon Francis with us right now.
That's
Make
right.
some noise at home in your car, wherever you're listening to. Exactly, that kind of noise. Given this is a question I love to ask.
Okay.
That and I ask everybody else, but I haven't gotten to ask it about someone that's from LA. Given that you're from LA, born and raised here, what is the most LA shit you've been a part of or seen? This is going to be an interesting one.
Coachella.
Great time to bring that up. Yeah.
Yeah. That is the most LA shit possible.
Yeah.
I think. That or man, what's even more LA than that?
I was thinking you were going to answer something very sceney.
What would it be? Like going to Cinespace?
Or like Hyde.
Oh man. Well, I was thinking of that.
Have you ever
going to any club from SBE?
Have you ever played it like a really yeah?
I used to play
like
at
SBE
Dre's.
clubs. Oh yeah.
I used to be the sound guy at Dre's, and I would open for every DJ. And then when like it was like DJ Spider, DJ Ruckus, Vice, like all them would come in.
That's crazy.
I would open for them, and then when they would go on, I would make sure that the sound was working
like
throughout the club.
Not redlining, basically.
Yeah, basically.
That's wild.
And then they would be like, "Hey, there needs to sound more out by like the chairs in the by the pool." So then I'd go and fix that.
Oh yeah, because it was like a pool party.
Yeah.
You don't want the audio can't reflect off of the water.
No,
it's
you
a common audio problem for those
Yeah.
who don't know. Yeah. Speaking of LA shit, I mean, like the most LA shit you've done recently was you went to the Grammys and you
Yes.
caused quite a stir because first of all you dressed in street clothes and then you
Yeah.
brought a Walgreens bag.
Yeah.
Tell me that story, and then the most important question I have is what was in the Walgreens bag?
Okay. So the I'll give you the full story so that there's the context and people can stop being angry because everyone thinks that like I masterminded and was like I'm going to the Grammys in a shirt and pants and that's it.
Yeah.
So I had a show in Vegas that day in the afternoon.
Right.
And my tour manager wanted to go and get tacos. We walked over to Tacos El Gordo, one of the best taco places in Vegas.
Best al pastor
ever.
I mean, yeah.
It's really the best in Vegas. So we walk over there. The line's really long, as it always is. And I was like, hey, I'm going to go get a trimmer for my mustache, and I'll be right back. So I walk over to Walgreens because it was the closest one. CVS was way far away. So I walk in there. I get a shaver. And as I'm walking out, I'm like, oh, you know what? I'll go get an iced tea because I like drinking black tea.
As we all know.
Yeah. Well, because I was trying to drink less coffee. Okay. So in that section, I go and get the black tea, and I turn around and I see Little Bites. And
that was the only thing that's poking out of the bag in the picture.
And then I got to give a shout out to Tip with 10 Eyes. He is Young Gravy's DJ.
Yes.
Every show Tip starts out, he has Little Bites and zebra cakes.
So
and
he put you up on that.
He was the one that he gives it to the crowd, and the crowd goes crazy. So I was like, yo, I'm going to get some Little Bites to pass out to my Vegas show in honor of Tip. So I get Little Bites. I walk back over to Tacos El Gordo. I text my TM, Ollie, and he's like, yo, we're still in line. We haven't even gotten tacos. So I was like, yo, fuck that. I'm going to go back to the hotel. I text him. I'm like, I'm going to go back to the hotel and hang out in the room. As I'm getting back, I see Ape Drums in the lobby, and I'm like, yo, what's up? Say hi to Ape Drums, and then he's like, yo, Wes is coming down. Wes immediately comes down. We start talking. He's like, yo, do you want to come to the Grammys? We got an extra ticket. And I'm like, is it cool if I just go like this? And he's like, yeah, I don't know. It's not going to matter. You can come watch us lose. I was like, all right, perfect. And then as we got in the car, that's when I did start thinking like, man, it would be really funny if I got on the red carpet. And Wes was like, that would be really funny. Let's try to go to the red carpet. And then that's why I have my ticket out the whole time so that I don't get kicked off the red carpet.
Yeah, to prove that like, hey, I belong here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone was making fun of me, like, why is he holding his ticket that way? And it was just like, you remember in that movie, Wayne's World, where they have the VIP and they're just doing it like that?
Oh yeah.
That's what I felt like I was just in Wayne's World and I had to do that.
Yeah. So the final receipt was Little Bites.
Little Bites, a shaver, and a black tea, herbal black tea, and I have it up
you have it framed now.
I have it framed in my house. It's actually a pretty nice piece of art.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
We're going to talk more about Walgreens and a lot of other stuff when we come back after the break with Dillon Francis.
Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Everybody goes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and back. And everybody goes back. And everybody goes Cooking with the hot sauce.
With Valentino Khan.
On Diplo's Revolution. Hot Sauce Radio, Valentino Khan back here with my boy, Dillon Francis. And here's something that Dillon may or may not know, actually. Do you remember doing a show in February of 2011 at a place called The Proud Bird?
Yeah.
Can you describe what The Proud Bird was?
The Proud Bird was right next to LAX.
Yeah.
And it was this bizarre venue that
Yes.
was like, now thinking about it, it's like such a bizarre, quote unquote, EDM venue.
Yeah.
But yeah, I played before Diplo.
Yes.
Let me guess. Did you play before me?
No.
No.
No, but I mean, like that was the only show I have ever attended, the only dance music show I've ever attended in the crowd.
No way.
My brother put me up on the dance music, and then he literally, this is how it happened. He was just like, "Hey, I got us tickets to this thing. Just College is promoting it by LAX." And he was like, "Let's go." And then I was like, "Okay, cool." And then we get there, and he's like, "This is dance music."
Wow.
And I was like, "Okay, cool." And then I remember looking up on the flyer, it was like, "Oh yeah, I knew who Diplo was because at the time he had started doing stuff for MIA and stuff." And then I was like, "Oh, there's this dude Dillon Francis who just put out the West Side EP on Mad Decent
for LA, baby."
Yeah, with the West Side.
Yeah.
And then I remember getting there, and then it was really, really fucking hot in there. It was carpeted.
Oh, yeah. Carpeted, hot, and smelled like beer.
Yes, precisely. And I remember I was dancing with a girl for most of the night. Misconnection. I'm gonna post it on Craigslist from 2011.
I can't wait till you get a tweet that's like, "I was the girl that you were dancing with."
And then I remember watching you, a hazy memory of that. I wasn't drunk or anything. This is 11 years ago.
It's a long time ago.
This is 11 years ago. And then it got really, really hot in there. It was carpeted, like I said. Really terrible venue to throw a show at.
Yes.
And it overheated. And then Wes Diplo's laptop overheated.
Oh wow!
And he was still wearing a suit when he was DJing. I think.
Was I wearing a suit too? I think
you
I
might
was.
have been, because you were in a suit in all your press pictures.
Yeah.
At the time. So it was very a suit era.
It was.
Track was still wearing suits. I think, and and it was Then
that just shows how obsessed I am with Diplo and all that he's done. Because I was doing it because of Major Lazer,
setting trends. And then,
and Mark Ronson. I was Mark Ronson is always wearing a suit, so I want to do that too.
Mark Ronson, I feel still wears suits.
He does.
Yes. And
shout out Mark.
Yeah. And then Diplo had to pack up all of his stuff and just ended the show half an hour early. It's just all this shit is gone haywire. It's overheated. But that was the only show I've ever attended as
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, no, appreciate it.
As a punter, as the people from the UK would say.
Speaking of thanks for coming and firsts, you were actually, and I might have told this to you.
Yeah, I think you did. I think I know what you're about to say.
You're the first person to ever guest list me for anything.
Okay, yes, I remember this because you told me that I was the first person to ever guest list you for Avalon.
Yes, you remember
and then
the show?
Played your song Ruckus.
Yes.
With Will Bailey?
Yes.
Yeah.
Shout out Will Bailey, a beautiful man who now goes as Low Steppa, making some amazing house music.
Sick.
But I still have the email here.
You showed me the email.
I do.
So good.
And the email goes, first of all, earlier I sent you some Moombahton songs, and you replied. This is a very 2011 reply. You went, "Sick, full support."
Oh wow.
Yeah. Remember DJ support?
Yes. Full support.
It was DJ supporting DJs, and you could be able to list support from this guy, guy, and if the guy
it's for your EPK.
Yeah, exactly.
Supported by Dillon Francis, Diplo, Tiesto, Martin Garrix, and Don Diablo.
Yes. So you go. Yes, exactly. And people still do that. I think
they do.
And then so I think I was like. I said something like, I don't have the full email here, but I have a screenshot, and I said something like, I was like, by the way, I saw you're playing at the Avalon. You were opening for Caspa. Shout out Caspa.
You gonna come?
And then I was like, kill it, dude. I didn't ask for guest lists. And then you were like, you gonna come? And I was like, I didn't want to impose, so I was like, yeah, man, I definitely want to. I'm gonna try to see if hopefully anyone I know has a +1.
That's a good way to get on the list.
And then
I said, yeah, I'm gonna put you on my list.
I wasn't trying to do that. And then you're just like, I'll put you on my list. And then I said, sick, man. See you Friday. And then I get to the Avalon, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck guest list is. Oh, I do know what it is, but I'm like, I don't know where the fuck to go. And then I'm like, hey, like, I'm on Dillon Francis's list, and I went to the show. Then we met, and we talked really quickly, and the only conversation we had was, hey man, you said I'd love to make a song with you, and I said, dude, I'd be so down to do that.
And it took us
11 years to finally make a song. And here we are.
God damn.
Better late than never.
Better late than never.
Yeah.
It's way better that it's now than
it's
back then.
It's a wonderful story.
Yeah.
More with Dillon Francis coming up after the break.
Radio with Valentino Khan.
Diplo's Revolution.
Hot Sauce Radio, you're listening to us right here on Diplo's Revolution Sirius XM. And I'm back here with my man, Dillon Francis. We're really reminiscing a lot.
I know.
And as you alluded to, we met through the genre of Moombahton, which, short story, if anybody doesn't know, and come on, you got to know it by now.
I hope
It's
so.
an electronic form of like based off of reggaeton, mashed up with kind of Dutch house and stuff like that.
Yep.
Shout out to Dave Nada,
Mhm.
founded and invented all that. What do you remember about the early days of Moombahton? And like, it's kind of crazy also to see like how many people have like evolved from that. And like, thankfully, we're still here.
Yeah.
We still have a livelihood
Yeah.
based off of dance music from all that. But it's like, what do you remember about that era?
I mean, it was so fun. It was
Yeah.
such a. SoundCloud was the main driver for dance music / hype machine.
Yeah, hype machine. That's right.
And then a lot of blogs. And it was just incredible to like, I don't know. It was like
Hype Machine was like the equivalent back then of being like, oh, I went
Playlisted.
We went, yeah, or playlisting or being like, I'm number one at dance radio or something like that. Yeah,
exactly. And I don't know. It was just like, it was such a fun time. The one thing I do really miss about back then is just like the amount of hustle.
Yeah,
I like that. That I didn't realize I had. Just in terms of like, dude, when I got the EP with Diplo, he only wanted to sign one of the songs, and like I pestered him so hard to do an EP with me.
Which
it was
song?
West Side, and that's it.
He only wanted to. Oh,
That's
the
all
first
he
EP.
wanted to do.
Yeah.
Or no, wait, maybe it wasn't that. It was Master Blaster. He was just like,
Yes.
yeah, I just want to do this, and I was like, no, let's just make it a whole EP. And he's like, nah. And then I somehow convinced him. And then like we were doing all the Moombahton Massive parties that Dave was putting on through Mad Decent.
Right.
And then there was that Moombahton like mixtape that they did.
Was it Blow Your Head?
Blow Your Head, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. That compilation. And it was just such a fun time. And with the Mad Decent block parties that were happening, it was like, it was like a very fun collective of artists in Mad Decent at the time.
There definitely was a sense of community. I mean, like Paul Devereaux.
There was a lot of utility.
Yeah. Like Paul Devereaux would be at Paul Devereaux would be at all the shows, et cetera, et cetera.
Dude, yes.
He was like my, day one friend. We'd be like, he'd be playing them probably before I was like playing them.
Uh-huh.
And then I would like come with him and like be hanging out at all those shows. But yeah, I missed that era too in a lot of ways. There was a lot of like innovation. I mean,
Yeah.
in general, even outside of Moombahton, I feel like, because dance music was still like new to hitting America at the time.
Yeah.
So it was like, there was a lot of
Like
innovation.
dubstep was like the biggest thing ever, and then everyone started making Moombahton, and then this is
these
my
phases,
opinion.
Yeah.
And this may not be right, but this is what I feel like happened to
Yeah.
Moombahton.
The timeline.
Yeah, like Moombahton was on the right. Like dubstep was massive. Skrillex dominated it with Flux Pavilion and Dr. P. They had the UK. Skrillex had America, and then Moombahton really started to rise up, and it almost was gonna get to like the level of dubstep, but then trap happened, and trap.
Right.
Flosstradamus
Yeah.
came through with that original Don remix, and that I remember hearing that, and then RL Grime, and that just took over everything. And then Moombahton kind of took a backseat, and then Major Lazer came with Lean On, and I feel like a lot of people don't think that song's a Moombahton song, but that is one of the best Moombahton records in the world.
Well, it's one of the most important records ever, because that was probably the first song. Yeah, that was the first song that I think like propelled the Moombahton sound into pop music.
Yes, exactly.
There's a big, now you listen to like even like Camila Cabello songs, or like I don't know, anybody that's on the radio. It's all like there's an injection of electronic flavor, like Moombahton flavor,
Exactly.
into those like 100 to 110 BPM, like
Even house music now,
Yeah.
like Lady Gaga's last album, Burns worked on,
Chami.
and so did Boys Noise. They worked
Yeah.
on their like all of her singles. So like Rain on Me, I think is Burns and Boys Noise, if I'm not mistaken. And if I am, I'm sorry, but I think
Yeah.
that they were the ones that worked on that record. So it's cool to see that dance music gets injected into pop like that.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. I think the thing that you described that's really cool is like that was what was exciting for me too, as someone that was getting into the game. Is like you wouldn't know what was going to be hot the next like 6 months from now.
No.
And that was what was exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so like speaking of like things going through phases, and you've gone through phases in terms of your obsessions. I remember you were really obsessed with cats at one point.
Yes. Yeah, dude.
And you were really obsessed.
Valentino knows.
I know. I mean, this is Dillon history 101 right here. You were really obsessed with cats, like really obsessed with cats. Then you got really obsessed with pickles. It wasn't as strong as the cat obsession.
It wasn't.
It wasn't as strong as the cat obsession, but then you were really obsessed with pickles.
Uh-huh.
But like the two constants I think that have stayed throughout has been Gerald and Idi Gaffos. And I feel like Idi Gaffos is more than just an obsession. It's kind of, correct me if I'm wrong, it feels more like a life mantra for yourself.
Yes.
That's why it stayed consistent for you. Like,
Yeah.
Can you talk about the origins of that and like what it means to you?
It's the origins of I don't give a fuck
First of
or
all,
shit.
what's the acronym is?
Acronym is IDGAFOS, and it's I don't give a fuck or shit. The way that we came up with it, I say is my manager Kevin and I. He said that some person wanted to work with me when we were in London. I don't remember the name, and if I did, I still wouldn't say it because it would be mean. But I remember being like, I don't give a fuck. I walked away and then came back and said, or shit. And right there, like, I think I was trying to figure out a name for one of these songs, and Kevin was like, that's the name of the song.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck or shit, and we do it as an acronym. And Kevin, he basically was like if there was a second half of Dillon Francis, Kevin Kasatsu was that second half, because we would just get together and have so much fun. I remember being like, yo, Kevin, I need to get like I need to do an ultra recap.
Yeah.
And, like where every DJ is like, all right, I went to Ultra and I fucking played the craziest set of my life.
The slow-mo shot running up the stairs. Yeah, like all the cliches.
And so I would tell Kevin that and be like, no, fuck that. He's like, you know what we should do? We should do karate in my office.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, cool, let's do karate.
That's amazing.
And so he filmed me being like, yo, here's my Ultra recap. And then it's me doing karate in the back going, yeah. And it's the stupidest thing ever, but like it was so different from everything else that was happening. So shout out to him. But yeah, I think it's stayed around just because it's something I just feel towards like anybody that
towards like
doesn't like my music or
yeah,
exactly. Like I really don't care.
I think that was a big turning point for me too. Like where I was just like, yeah, I mean like probably the first, I never really cared in general, but like the first like 6 months when you just get on SoundCloud, you're seeing like people's opinions of something like, oh, that snare drum is too loud or some shit. It's like, no, motherfucker, I made that snare drum that loud because I wanted to. And like, I think succeed, you have to have that mentality.
You know what's crazy? I haven't had those crazy producer people come at me
I haven't
anymore.
had a ton
Thank
either.
God.
But
yeah.
like,
But that was a crazy era, and that I feel like really existed in SoundCloud because people were so into sound design at that time.
Yeah.
Man, that just brought back memories of people being like,
I remember my brother and I preparing my parents. Like, by the way, if you're reading like comments on Valentino on the internet, there's going to be a lot of mean shit.
Yeah.
And like, you just don't like get riled up over it. And thankfully I haven't. There's always
every now and
handful,
then.
but like,
yeah,
you don't give a fuck or shit about that.
I don't give a shit.
Exactly. Appreciate you guys listening. We are not done. More with Dillon Francis after the break. We'll be right back.
Can I be honest? I still want your hands up on my body. You still make my heart beat fast. Ferrari with me in the wave, but in the morning. Do you still want me? Can I be honest? I still want your hands up on my body. You still make my heart beat fast. Ferrari with me in the wave, but in the morning. Do you still want me? still want me? Can I be honest? I still want your hands up on my body. You still make my heart beat fast. Ferrari with me in the wave, but in the morning. Do you still want me?
With Valentino Khan.
Sauce Radio. Diplo's Revolution.
Back here, Hot Sauce Radio, Valentino Khan, chilling with my man, Dillon Francis. I want you to play some records that you feel are important, that you want the people to hear right now.
Okay. So I can pick my first record right now?
Yeah.
All right, the first record that I want to play, which I feel like should be labeled as the best record in the world, quotes.
Yes.
Is this song? It's called "Move It" by Valentino Khan and Dillon Francis.
That's right. That's us, right?
These two artists that collaborated, yeah. And it's been 11 years in the making.
Yeah.
And they made something that is so hard hitting and just pelvic thrustingly good that I really think that this should just be played on Diplo's Revolution every 5 minutes.
It's very compelling for people's hips. I would say, yes.
Very compelling for people's hips.
So this is me, Valentino Khan, Dillon Francis, our collaboration, Move It, coming in at number 1 right here on Hot Sauce Radio.
Fuck that. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it.
Unfortunately, we are all out of time right here on Hot Sauce Radio. But do not worry, we're back on the airwaves every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on Diplo's Revolution, Sirius XM. Once again, thank you to my man Dillon Francis for joining us. And go listen to our brand new single together. It's called Move It. It is out everywhere tonight, right now. Go listen. It is out on all streaming platforms, and we're going to be banging it out on the show every week. Trust me. Hit me up everywhere on the internet at Valentino Khan. And until next week, have a good one.
That was Hot Sauce Radio with Valentino Khan. For more info on future broadcasts, follow us on socials at